Imagine looking up and seeing a creature with the wingspan of 39 feet soaring over you, with some even suggesting the wingspan being able to reach over 52 feet. What happens if the King of the Skies decides that sometimes ruling above just doesn't have the same thrill as ruling below? But first, let's take it back to the beginning, before there was any crown to be given, before there was any land to rule. Welcome to More to the Lore.
We're gonna do a Quetz today. Yes. I guess we'll go around and grove Quest, then we'll turn the other way, go Quest somewhere else. King of the Skies. Not right now, though, he's just a baby.
After finishing all my quests out in Young Grove, I decided it was time to move on to Dark Woods, since it was the closest area once again. With hearing things in the distance, I decided to be a bit curious and go check it out. Wasn't really a threat at the moment, just a young adolescent theory. Come to think of it, it probably is a threat. I'm juvenile, and it's adolescent. It has some weight on me. But the demons in my head really wanted me to go at this dairy and just attack it with everything I had in my little body. But I decided that probably wouldn't be a good idea and would most likely be a death sentence. So I kind of just showed the theory that, hey, I have fingers. And then I decided it was best to leave him alone. Let's save this fight for another day.
Knock my socks off. I'm way too baby for the theory right now. If I was a little fellow adolescent, yeah. But, that should help us get to at least out of our lesson here. Sick. No problem.
After finishing out all my quests in Dark Woods, with it getting me close to adolescent, I decided it was time to move on to Green Hills. On my journey there, I met another Quetz. I want to say he was probably adolescent, maybe a little bit bigger than myself. And with there being a full-grown Hats in the area, I decided it was probably best to stick near him, just in case the Hats got any bright ideas. I'm no match for full-grown Hats at this age.
I'm Maverick.
After hanging around that Quetz a little bit longer, and the Hat's nowhere to be found, in a quick turn of events, the other Quetz decided to 3-call me. Honestly, that left me very confused, and with the other Quetz being slightly larger than me, I decided the best plan was probably to create some space between us, because I'm just another easy picking for him. So, the best bet was finish my quest, and then we're probably going to get up out of here, because I don't feel like regrowing. At least, that was the plan. After finishing the quest I needed to accomplish, I decided it was time to get out of the area, just in case that other Quetz got any ideas and wanted to come back around. I was not looking to be on the menu. Something caught me in the corner of my eye. It looked like a baby Strya, realizing that it was at the wrong place, at the wrong time. I jumped into action, immediately chasing down the Strya. Now, anybody can tell you that a baby Strya is still no joke. These little things can move and they can hit. They are pretty much a little football running at you at like 20 miles an hour. So I wasn't taking this lightly. I also have not played Quetz in quite some time, so my movements were kind of rusty, so to say. With the fight carrying on and the baby Strya keeping its distance, only hitting me when it sees fit, and making sure it doesn't let me get too close, I decided it was time to get some stam back. And out of nowhere, what do you know? A critter comes out and strikes me in the behind. With that honestly sending me out of my seat, I decided that the best action would be flee, get my stam back, go back to the skies, and look for the Strya. Unfortunately, after that event, I lost sight of the Strya, and I would never see that same baby again. After the Strya hunt not going as planned and losing sight of it, I decided it was time to move on to another area, especially with my hunger growing stronger. Salt Flats was looking like the best area, since I know it has an abundance of critters. Not only that, but it also has a giant Argentinosaurus carcass just sitting in the middle of it. Plenty of food. After soaring down the savannah and noticing that something's moving on the ground, with my hunger growing ever more dire, long behold, a gift from the dinosaur heavens, a baby Triceratops without its mother. What are you doing out here all alone, little guy? Where is your parents? If you take a closer listen, you will hear their parents. You'll hear two large Spinosauruses eating a dead carcass. That, in fact, is this baby EO's mother. And unfortunately for this baby EO, it looks like he's next. At least that's what I thought. The baby EO just hit its ninjutsu, teleported away from me. I was hunting Gojo Satoru. Either it got teleported away or the lag was that bad. All I know is I spent 5 minutes very angry at this situation because my hunger was so low. And the most free of free meals just ninjutsu'd out of my sight.
Wow. Let's just teleport the baby away from... Okay. Yeah, sometimes playing community servers kind of suck. Stuff like that happens. I guess, like, the whole Care Bear stuff is kind of... that's kind of frustrating.
With the baby trike completely vanishing from the face of the earth, it was time to move on, especially with our hunger growing worse. I was very desperate to make a hunt. Hearing footsteps coming at me in the distance, this was my shot. It was now or never. Long behold, a young Spinosaurus this far inland. Now I know what you're thinking. This should be an easy meal. But now, don't take any opponent for granted, and don't take any opponent lightly. Because a young Spinosaurus, especially at this age, can still pack a punch to me. Now, I'm no expert, but I can say that that adolescent probably weighs more than me right now. So if I just sit here and face tank it, I'm as good as dead. With the young Spinos starting to get a couple good bites in, I decided I needed to try to take it back a notch. Because, like I said before, this is a young adolescent Spino, but it still can pack a punch. Once you get behind a Spino, unfortunately, there's nothing they can do. Their turn radius to me is one of the worst in the game. Unfortunately for this Spino, even if he gave it everything he got, it still wasn't enough. Maybe next time, little Spino. You fought strong.
Nice, super little meal. Should keep this held over for a little bit. That's good. GG's, little Spino. You did well. I almost choked it. I keep forgetting my keylines on it. I'm a little dumb sometimes.
After questing a bit more and exploring the area, I heard some footsteps off in the distance, so I went to go check it out. And long behold, it was a little Spino. Of course it was. With the spoon TOC being a thing, everybody's taking this opportunity to test it out, grow a new spoon, give it a shot, see if they like it. So, I decided to give this little guy a chance to grow. He didn't really give me an opportunity to show many of my tricks. He got up out of there. I would do the same.
You feel me? I'm gonna spare his life. But just know, every house in my blood wanted to eat him just because I'm full and I can't.
After officially hitting full grown, I thought what no better way to celebrate than looking down and seeing two young Spinos off in the distance enjoying their time on land. What better way to interrupt that than a full-grown Quetz swooping down and scaring the daylights out of them? And I also am in need of a snack. After successfully taking down the juvenile Spino, you would expect the fight to stop. Wrong. The adolescent spoon was very furious that I just took down his little buddy and was not going to let the fight end there, at least not until my neck was on the ground. Unfortunately for him, that wasn't going to slide. This is a king you're messing with, and if you want to fight, you got it. Now, there's no running. Everyone has a role to play. Everybody in Gondola has a role to play in the ecosystem to keep it going. These two spoons just found themselves on the wrong side of that today. But their deaths don't go in vain. They keep me filled and they keep me going. They keep me alive. So the king thanks you for your service.
Today is just a clean house for Spinos because, I mean, the TLC just came out, so, like, everybody's kind of excited to play Spoon. Unfortunately, these two guys' journey was ended shortly.
After getting questioned by a Spino after seeing two baby bodies on the floor, I decided, let me get out of there before the older Spino decides to kind of make me pay for bullying the young ones. After shortly landing and walking into the area, I realized that it wasn't welcomed, as a pack of beauties out of nowhere just ambushed me. I said screw it. Why not? A fun 4v1 or 3v1 would be challenging. Honestly, I'm not sure how many they were. My main goal was to just try to get one to fall off a cliff by using my little wing beat. Side note, I'm not very experienced at doing that, so this probably wasn't the best training scenario, but what are you gonna do? You gotta learn some way. With the fight carrying on a bit longer and a couple failed wing beats and a few more bites from the Yutis, I quickly realized that the light from this fight was fading fast, and that the only option was to retreat. Give it if these Yutis let me, because they are very, very persistent. With barely escaping with my life, it was time to sit back, get my stamina and health together so I can go back out later and possibly look for another hunt. After flying around Great Plains and getting an idea of what's in the area and coming across nothing but large apex carnivores, I finally spotted a adolescent or early subadult iguanodon wandering around the area all lonesome without a pack. And even though I know iguanodons can punch really hard, I couldn't help it. I had to take this opportunity.
I'm gonna try it. I'm trying it.
With the iguanodon running towards the rocks, I knew that his health had to be getting low or the bleed had to be taking its toll on him. Regardless, I had to make sure I keep applying pressure and watch out for those stump spikes, because boy oh boy, if he gets a hold of me, them things do in fact hurt. And with the bleed taking its toll, the iguanodon falls. And just like that, another victim takes a knee and bows down for the king.
GG's, little lady. Poor Rex, but I think that's gonna do it for the Quetz and I. That's what the life he had.
The King of the Sky's journey has only just begun. His reign has just started. You've watched him grow from a juvenile all the way to full grown, where you've seen him fight, hunt, and survive. Everybody has to sign off at some point. As for the king, he'll be back. Maybe one day.